and it's Tuesday night. Thank you to everybody that's here. I'm not sure how long I'm going to hold out tonight. I'm catching the crud. Tonight's not a sponsored drink of the evening. Diet Coke, it's good for you, especially if you put something good in it, like maybe some NyQuil, some Jägermeister, some whiskey, all the above. I want to say thank you to everybody for an overwhelming response to my live Sunday night. It was absolutely incredible. Monday night was good with the giveaway. I've heard from a few people. I'm still waiting to hear from Delbert, I believe, so I can get those shirts out. They will go out this week. I want to say hello to Nico. What's up, buddy? It's been a while since I seen you. I'm good. Catching the crap. Like, yeah, buddy. Spicy, thank you for being here. Swamp Picker, yeah, buddy. G. Keeman. We've got Black Smoke Joe. Yeah, I thank you all for being here. What I am doing tonight, some of you have missed my feed yesterday, which is fine and dandy. I can't have you here every time. I wish I could, but that's not the case. It's not even a realistic pipe dream. But I do want to show the lock again for those of you that missed it, because the next time it surfaces, it will not be the same. Nico, there is not right now. As it is, I can't. Thank you, by the way. I cannot sell the shirts because I have companies' stuff on the shirts. I've been given permission to use them. I can't sell them. I can make NyQuil cheese grits and NyQuil shirts, Western Mass Locksport shirts. I can make those and sell those, but I can't have all the challenge patches on them. But thank you for the support on that. However, you can win one because I'm not done giving them out. I'm not giving any out tonight, but I'm not done giving them out. Logic Wizard, how are you, brother? Yeah, so let's take a look at this lock. We got, this is the lock that is going to be given away. My 500 subscriber giveaway. I want to say I am shooting for a milestone of 500 subscribers. I'm almost there. When I am there, I'm going to run a giveaway, and the giveaway is going to run for however long it takes to run. This is going to take some time to get processed, but I have an amazing artist going to custom paint this lock, and I don't know what's going on it. This lock is absolutely unbelievable. It was donated by Packlock for the cause. Thank you to Packlock for that. And it does host a full-size interchangeable core, which would be a Slag lock core. Yeah, I'm not feeling well. The core that's going to go in it is going to be a Primus Everest, Slag Primus Everest, which is an incredible lock itself, but it will be a functioning situation here. It is not key retaining, but that's fine too. But this is what you're going to win, and when it's done being painted, it will be unforgettable. That I can promise you. The core that is going in it, I have, but it is not this core. I have to rekey the core that is going in it, but it will come with operation and control keys. But this is the lock. Let me get caught up on the chat here real quick. Yes, Nico, it's not easy to get them. When they start coming, they come though. That I can tell you. Those of you that are stumbling upon my channel, thank you for being here. Please jump in the chat. Contemplate why we're here on Earth. Like there's a lot of thoughts to this. Tell us a little bit about yourself. There's a few people that are here often, and I hope to get more of you here. I am shooting for 500 subscribers ASAP so that I can officially start the giveaway. It'd be awesome if you're part of that. We do giveaways. We attempt to pick locks, as well as we do pick a few. Generally, when I get a lock open, I give a t-shirt away at this point. So if you have not seen the are we better yet? I think I'm back. I think. Can I get a confirmation on it? Yeah, buddy. There we go. Technical difficulties. I am working on this GoalP. I have put the little lines of hope on there because I need some sort of support from the lock that I'm making progress. I played with it a little bit earlier today, and it felt like I was getting somewhere, but I didn't have the lines of hope on there. Excuse me. I should be drinking something like orange juice or something like that, but GoalP speed pick. How about we do, how fast can this punch 3 inches into my drywall? These locks, like ever since getting my purple, like even getting the purple belt, I'm starting to run into a lot of frustration with a lot of these locks. I want to get this camera down a little bit. All right. There we go. We are in frame. I feel like I'm taking nudies for the local smut magazine. Really, bottom of the keyway turner. Really? In a vise with the bottom of the keyway turner? Like that? Yeah, I'm hoping to film mine right now, but I haven't gotten it open yet, so we will see. And good luck with that, buddy. I hope I I hope you get it. This is a very cool lock. Like there's a lot going on inside. Gens, I believe they're called. A lot of counter rotation. A lot of that kind of stuff happening in this lock. So not necessarily right now. Right now it is being a nightmare. Too much tension. I need less tension. That's what I need. Less tension. GoalP has spools. It's spools. Okay. Yeah, it's yeah, less tension is I'm heavy-handed. I will try to bully the shit out of the tension wrench all the time. Gin is a type of spool. It is. Terminator, welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, sometimes that's what you got to do. Just beat the lock into submission. Although this is a nice lock. I would really hate to beat this one up. And they're starting to get expensive at this level. Although I feel a whole lot less going on now that I switched the bottom of the keyway. That might be the answer right there. Work front to back, work back to front. I don't know. LPU says a lot of things. They don't agree that my canard serrateds are tougher than spools, but they say a lot of things that I don't necessarily know or even possess the knowledge to argue about. So hopefully I get this picked and they say valid pick. Pretty sure it has multiple, like, I think one of them's 4 pins, maybe one of them's 5 pins. I think they got multiple, that might be my Medico. The Medico M3 has multiple listings, and I don't know which one I have. I have to open it up to find out. Why am I having so much problems? Let's try, now that I'm using bottom of the keyway, let's try in-hand GoalP. Everybody pick theirs in hand? I used to only pick bottom of the keyway. I love bottom of the keyway, and now it gives me a hard time because I pick so much top of the keyway. Right? Anything in hand post blue, like, I mean, anything in hand, even blue is kind of amazing in hand. I did do my pack lock in hand, and I did do my A1100, but that's a green in hand. Oh, I thought I got it. Like, holy smokes. I need a larger tension in here. 32. There we go. There's the big boy. Tensioner just turned and I thought I turned the core. I was about to freak out. Say it's gutting time. It's gutting time, Maggie. So how is everybody tonight? Yeah, I don't think this is the way to go in hand. Not feeling that. Your sweet spot on tension for which lock? This lock? I don't really know anything about these. I used to love bottom of the keyway. It was the only way I could tension. Because top of the keyway tensioning and the shape of my hand don't go together when picking in hand, but I got used to it in the vise. Yeah, I just want to see some rotation past the lines of hope. That's all I really want to see. And then I can go to bed happier than hell tonight. I need to get a good night's sleep one of these nights. Snake, what's going on? Welcome here. Welcome. Glad you're here, buddy. Yeah, my head is all scrambled tonight. G. Keeman. I said hi to you earlier and you weren't here. I think you were taking a quick hiatus because I wasn't even at the keyboard for a while, but good to see you, buddy. We are jiggle testing, but I don't know. Felt the core move, dragon, but the thing is like when you haven't picked a lock, you don't really know what you're looking for until you get it picked the first time. The milling, okay. Andrew McLean, hello and welcome. Thanks for being here. Thanks for saying something. I am trying to get this channel to 500 subs so I can start my giveaway. If you'd like, you could be one of those subs, but no requirement. This lock is a pin and tumbler lock, but I believe it's gen pins. Hi, I'm Massam. Hello. Grandpa Dave, hello and welcome. Good to see you. Yeah, this lock definitely, when I started picking it earlier today, I was like, oh, this is going to be an easy pick. Mind you, I put a good hour into trying to get it picked earlier today, and yeah, I got nowhere. So we put the little lines of hope on here so I can see if I get any core rotation. $313 collector. What is the most secure lock? None of them. And I wish I could read that. Nola, how are you, buddy? Welcome. None of them are secure, although I'm a big fan of the buy lock. Just because I've never seen one until recently. Wow. There you are. Chris, you won a t-shirt. I don't know if you saw that. My web guy, what's up? Welcome. Please like and subscribe. I can use the help, but it is not required. I need you to email me your size and your address, please, Chris, so I can get that out to you. And congratulations. I think you're the only one that hadn't responded yet. Labs hasn't either, but I sent him a message to his phone. Sandra, welcome. Yeah, my lock has whiskers because I'm trying to see some progression here, but yeah, it's giving me a hard time. Yeah, this is not a doorknob. This is a cylinder lock though, like what you would find in a door maybe. However, this is a Japanese lock. It seems like those locks that are made outside of America are much more fun to pick. Again, tonight's not a sponsored drink of the night. Diet Coke. Flatter than hell Diet Coke. At that. Okay, back to top of the keyway because bottom of the keyway is not working for me. Let's see if I can get a little more light in on this. There we go. I like that. However, that's in my way, so there we go. Let's see how many different directions I can contort for you. Well, thank you. Locksport needs more supporters. I don't necessarily do it very well. I try like hell, though. I'm learning. There's a lot of people in my chat currently that are much better at this than me. BJM? Yes. Will I? No. I've got a V18 sitting here. It's an intense lock. I believe this would be considered a pen tumbler lock. Thanks, Sandra. George Morales, hello, welcome. Hi, Spoon. Good to see you. I'm sorry I wasn't able to pull your name for a t-shirt. Agreed, never stop learning. Learning is key. I try to learn something every day. I feel that's a good way to keep the mind healthy. Even if the body isn't doing so hot, the mind can be in good shape. It's a weird keyway. And there's one pen that likes to, pretty sure I overset like the fourth pen immediately on this. Spicy, I learn that every day. And the days that I am good at locks, I still suck at them. I am trying to get some counter rotation, which I am not getting any from, which is weird because I was getting a ton of it earlier today. Yeah, I saw that impressioning video. I didn't get a chance to watch it yet. That's an intense skill. Grandpa Dave, thank you. Happy to have you here. I'm happy to have everybody here. I wasn't sure when I started doing this what sort of response I would get, but it's been quite invigorating, actually. Met a lot of really cool people along the way. Yeah, that's how a lot of my videos are. One of them's 4 hours long, and then I make another one to segment out the good juicy parts. Well, welcome. Happy to have you. What is going on in here? Come on, Locke. Jazz, welcome. Yes, security pins. Yes, gin spools. Actually, let me get on my microscope glasses. There we go. I can see a little bit better now. My prescription has gotten worse in the last few years, and I haven't had my eyes checked. So I rock multiple kinds of glasses now. Sasquatch, welcome. Good to see you. I did have you in the drawing for that t-shirt. I'm sorry you didn't win, but there will be more opportunities. This I promise. If I get this open for some reason tonight, I'll give another one away immediately. Yeah, I haven't been really good at like giving a lot of notice lately again. I like that spontaneous, yeah, I'm live. I figured Tuesday night though, like, I was going to go with the horizontal feed, but I ended up going with the vertical feed because it's just been a much better thing for me. But I do need to broadcast a little more than I'm going live. But the Tuesday night live from Western Massacre, it's Tuesday night thing is old hat at this point. So going live it's okay. Tuesday nights, it's okay if I don't tell anybody. Hashtag Archibald. Keep entering. Archibald Kenobi loves you, Spoon. And there's also a special gift going in with those T-shirts from Archibald for everybody. So you'll know when you get it. You will know when you get it. I sent Classic Mustang his T-shirt logos. He asked me if he could modify the Western Mass logo and for his racing or his classic car team or whatever it is. And I said, sure, I'm glad you like the logo that much. It is a cool logo. But they did a really good job making it theirs, and I offered to print up some sublimation prints for him so he can make his own T-shirts and see if they want to go that way. I keep feeling some rotation, but I'm not seeing any love on the Whiskers of Hope there. Come on. Let's go, Mr. GoalP. Drop all the pins. I hear them all drop, so I'm getting somewhere. Getting somewhere. Tried a little different tension and maybe I'm putting too much pressure on this. Whoop whoop, busted. What's up, Lava? Welcome. Glad you're here. I'm okay. I heard the pins drop, so I know I was getting something somewhere. I'm okay dropping them. I don't plan on actually getting this open tonight. If it happens, awesome. Woodstock 4280, hello, welcome. Glad you're here. Love seeing the new names. I love seeing new hellos. The world is wonderful when everybody is cheerful and hello-y-ish. Oh, I got them all. Sandra, you are right there. Just takes a whole lot longer than it should. We'll get there. At some point, we will get there. I was working on the Assassin patch picks for the last few days and got frustrated, so I am moving on to something a little more difficult of a pick and hoping to get some progress. Real world game, yo, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Welcome. Actually, haven't gamed in quite a while, but I just reinstalled an old massive multiplayer known as Star Wars Galaxies on my gaming computer. And I will connect into one of those servers in the near future and get back to some old school gaming. Kyle, why'd you go and do that? G. Keyman is not easily excitable. Oh, I got a little rotation somewhere. I felt it go. I don't see it, but I do feel it. That could just me being going into overset mode though. I love the crock pot. I don't use mine nearly as much as I should, but that's the way to do it. Put your stuff in there and forget about it for a while. Chris, yeah, the emulator, like the emulators are great. Depending, like, the game does not look as modern as, like, say, WoW does. But the actual gameplay itself it's the best crafting system that's ever been created in any gaming situation on any platform. That game is out of control for crafting. Come on, where are you leading me wrong here, Mr. GoalP? There we go. Comrade, what's up? That's right, credit cards, money, and music. Get your money for nothing, and the chicks are free. Yeah, buddy. Course in 74. Yeah, that's how I got into it as well. Paul Smith, I am failing on picking into a GoalP high security cylinder lock. That's what I am doing. I am jibber jabbering with all you along the way. Thanks for being here. Feel free to join in on the conversation. We have very few rules, but be respectful to everybody else, please. And you can make fun of me all you want, but be nice to those that are in the chat. Gendrit Horat, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Hello, welcome. This is a gem hook in 19,000s. I do have a gem hook in 15,000s in the rack, for sure. But I do not need something that small. Hardcore, yeah. At this level, this hobby is not inexpensive. The locks start getting real spendy, tools start getting real spendy. But in general, lock picking is a cheap hobby, at least cheap to get into. I have gotten into challenge locks made by other lock pickers. I suppose that counts, but not one that's been made from scratch. Paul Smith, I am not a locksmith. I am a hobbyist Locksport enthusiast. I only pick locks that I own or that owners bring to me to pick. I do not pick any that are in use. That's a fast trip to jail, especially if you're not a locksmith. There's too many legalities involved. But there are numerous locksmiths that jump in and out of channel. Like if Picksmith comes in and out, he's a locksmith. A few others along the way too. Only Man's, hello, welcome. Yeah, that's the thing with the lockpicks inherently are not illegal. But if you get caught doing something you shouldn't be doing and you have them on you, you will catch a charge for them. They will have break-in tools in your list of charges. So I used to carry an everyday carry set with me. And I used to open people's lockers for them when they would lock their keys and such in their lockers. But yeah, I stopped doing that. Granted, I knew everybody and wasn't worried that I was picking a lock that I shouldn't be, but there's just too many legalities involved. Why, thanks, Sandra. This one does not. The initial core rotation, the core is spring loaded with ball bearings, so it will rotate back. I don't know if it goes into false set. Most of them do some kind of false set. I don't know. I don't know if this actually goes false set or not. Definitely not as much as a dimple lock does. The pin and pin dimple locks, like literally they'll go ka-chunk, and then you know you're almost there. Some of the challenge locks do, but this one there is some rotation here, which suggests to me that there's no standard pins in it at all. They're all securities. Yeah, I got a few dimples here that sometimes they play nice, other times they don't want to behave. Let's get out the halftime and give it a couple of pokes. See if I can get everything started, at least. No, I'm not raking. I'm not even trying to zip. Although I could probably rake into this like if I went at it hard enough. That's not what I'm going for. Right in the dimples. I miss hearing that. I got to go back to picking dimple locks so you can come in saying that. Okay. I got a little bit of rotation in the core. I felt it get loose. I felt it go. And now it's tight again. Grilled cheese and tomato soup is probably the greatest thing that was ever created. Especially when you don't feel good. And not even like fancy tomatoes, just shitty Campbell's condensed tomato soup, like government issue canned soup. And government cheese, grilled cheese, like that's where it's at. I don't know if I ever showed it. Like, I got to release a couple more T-shirts. Like, I got one. I need some help with the art on it, but it's a bottle of Jack Daniels, and I want to change the logo to from Jack Daniels into the Western Massacre logo. Um, you still know it's a bottle of booze, but the bottle of booze is saying in a word bubble, "Hey, you should go fight that cop." It's an absolutely phenomenal T-shirt. Um, but I want to release that as a Cheese Grits and NyQuil T-shirt, and I want to do some stickers of that as well. I wish Bosnian Bill was here teaching me. I am a big fan of the Boz, big fan. Um, Legally, no, I couldn't, Paul. Would I? Yes, and I have. As long as, like, again, if it's somebody you know owns the car, it's fine. You don't just want to help strangers get into cars, though. He has retired from lockpicking, as far as I understand it. His name is Bill Johnson. There's a Bill Johnson that pops into these picking feeds. I don't think it's the same Bill Johnson, but there we got a little rotation there. I don't know if it's the same guy. He claims he's not, but he could be. But I am absolutely a huge fan of Bosnian Bill. And I wish I had a fraction of his picking knowledge and talent. Only Mods, this is a great hobby. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your manual dexterity. It's great for your problem solving. If you like puzzles, this is your jam. Because there's nothing more rewarding than getting it open on a lock that you really have no business being able to open without keys. It's such a good feeling. Not the same at Bill Johnson you were looking for. There he is. Hi, Bill Johnson. Even if you're not the same, we love you around here. Thanks for being here. Yeah, until you get a challenge lock from this guy here. If you don't know who Elroy's Toys is, he is one of the lock sport enthusiasts that we have in the community who, honestly, I don't think he's human. I think he is the human incarnation of the devil, because he makes these little nasty monsters and sends them out to people. Usually with like a love note attached, like, haha, fucker, have a good time. I've been fighting with this lock for a month and a half, and it's really nothing special, except for I can't get into it. I've opened other versions of his locks, but not this one. Paul Smith, you get yourself a relatively inexpensive but quality made set of picks from a reputable vendor, not from Amazon. There are numerous vendors, Covert Instruments, Lockpicker's Bench, Sparrows. Jimmy Long's is my personal favorite, and Jimmy Long's is quite on the affordable level. And then you get some locks, and any lock works. Granted, there are some tools that work better for some locks than others. Like you wouldn't want to use these kind of picks in locks that have these kind of keys, but people do it. So there's different tools for different fools, you know. But people do it all the time. Yeah, don't get your locks at CVS. And well, you could, like if you're learning, you could. You'll quickly outgrow what you would commonly find, though. They're still fun to pick. You know, your master locks and your Brinks and all of those kind of locks. They're fun to pick. Your Abises. but you quickly outgrow them. And you can only open the same lock like a few 100,000 times before you get sick of it. And then you start getting into locks like this one here, or you see that? It moved. So something's happening. The Reaper set from Covert Instrument with the 50 thousandths, like the bottom of the keyway Reaper turner or the top of the keyway, they are absolutely animals. Love them. Probably my favorite turners in the game. I just use this one because it fills the keyway a little more. It feels a little more sturdy in there. Yeah, if you want to do the Berserker challenge, I got a bucket of locks you can have. I am done with them. Weeslaw, welcome. Hello. Thanks for saying hello. It's good to have you. Love seeing new faces in here. Absolutely making my night. All of you new people, if you don't mind, toss me a thumbs up, toss me a subscription. It is free and easy for you and means the world to this channel. I am trying to get my channel to a much larger level. We want to operate on a different playing field. And I can only do that with your guys' help. So thank you for being here. Abloy lock. Yes, those are rough. I have never picked one. But I do got one, and it is a black belt lock. Yeah, I can't pick it. I got two of them, actually. Oh, beautiful, 483. We are climbing. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you. At 500 subs, I do start my next giveaway, where I am having a brilliant artist, airbrush artist and brush artist. I mean, he's just an incredible micro artist. He's an incredible artist, period, but he paints on small surfaces. I am having him paint a brass packlock padlock that I am keying a very high-end core for. So whoever wins it, not only will they get themselves a very formidable pick of a lock, and a very secure lock, but they will get themselves a nice collector's piece of art on top of it. That is the website for the artist. Yep, thank you so much, Chuck Soup. Parker, welcome. Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, and share if you can. It would help. And then not only that, but check out StephenLeahy.com. Is it Stephen Leahy or is it Stephen Leahy Art? I don't know. Either way, type in Stephen Leahy Artist and you will find some of the most amazing art you've ever seen in your life. What the pick is going to be, I have no idea, Dave. I've given a few concept ideas to the artist, and I told the artist to do whatever he wants. It would make sense for it to be maybe biomechanical or steampunky, but I mean, the man's capable of painting exact replicas of photographs, so who knows what it's going to be. I don't want to tell an artist what to paint. I just want to enjoy what they paint. There's Stephen Leahy's YouTube. Feel free to take a look at that. But he will be painting my lock, and the lock will be given away for free. Yeah, I'm excited to see it too. If you guys haven't seen the lock, I have not picked this GoalP before. I am learning it. This GoalP has picked me quite a few times at this point, but I have never picked a GoalP. I started putting my pick in it this morning before work, and I thought I would come home and practice it. Chaz, if you've got some tips, I am all ears, my man. Just when I think I'm getting somewhere, it doesn't go anywhere. So I like the part where I pick the lock too. That is ultimately the goal. Because if I do pick this, I'm giving away another t-shirt, and one of you lucky viewers will get a t-shirt. Dave James, let's hear the tip. Don't piss in the wind. Don't eat yellow snow. Chuck S., hello and welcome. Use the key. I have the key. Key is here. Key works. Have the key. Lock has been opened. The lock has been opened. But we're gonna keep picking on this GoalP. I'm gonna switch to the Reaper Turner and see what happens. Yeah, on to the next one. Exactly. I'm afraid to take the lock apart to progressively pin it, to be honest with you. But I probably should. That might be the way to go. I mean, I tore apart the bilock like day one. Thank you, Chuck S. Yeah, can keep picking on these things. I'm not worried about it. Failing is part of the learning process. And I don't really mind failing on camera in front of the whole world. It's okay. At least I am trying to do it. And I'm not going to give up. I might not get it tonight, but it will get picked on camera at some point. I just wish I knew when I was oversetting things, because I don't necessarily know when that's happening. I've never met him. He is definitely highly talented picker. Stalefish, to like be 100% honest with you, he's legit. Bosnian Bill was legit. McNally's legit. What sets them apart, I couldn't tell you, because if I knew that, then I would be one of them. But yeah, they are legit. Pins are in the top up here on this particular lock, yes. Oh, yeah. I think it was Dane Cook. He's like, oh, no, Mr. Kool-Aid. You better fix that hole in the wall before my dad gets home. Bust through the wall. Oh, yeah. Oh, hell no, Mr. Kool-Aid. I think that was Dane Cook. Holy smokes, look at that pick and dent. Wow. All locks can be picked, Negan, unfortunately. However, the odds of somebody picking your door lock, slim to none. If they're really trying to get into it, they're not going to pick it. Thank you, Chuck Soup. Appreciate it. Randy, hello, welcome. I would love it if you newcomers would take the time to give me a like and a subscription. I am trying to get to 500 so I can start my giveaway. which there's no purchase necessary for the giveaway. And I'm not going to require anybody really to do very much for it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet giveaway wise, but I do know that the grand prize is an incredible piece of art, which is still in the process of getting done. But I can start the actual ramp up for the giveaway here at 500 and start getting people to participate in it. Conky. That might be, I mean, that kind of goes to you already, Rusty, but yeah, I pick upside down. Where are you from, Chuck? Chuck, yes. Where are you from, my friend? I want to know if Labs has sent out Archibald Kenobi's New Hope to Spicy yet. That's what I want to know. Yeah, buddy. My name is Archibald Kenobi. Robert McCormick, hello, welcome, and thank you. I'm trying not to rake. I can't submit it for belt progression if I do rake it, so I do realize raking is the absolute pinnacle way to get into a lock quick. I'm not necessarily doing this for speed. I'm just trying to learn what makes the GoalP tick entirely. Thanks, Daniel. I did use it once. And again, it's okay if I don't get into this. I will at some point. Archibald Kenobi. No, Archibald ain't bald. Well, getting it open would be impressive. Nightmare. That's the impression part. But I mean, you're watching an old dog learn a new trick, so that's kind of cool too. Everyone is watching. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. We might have to pull out some easier locks and just to pop a few. And I don't understand why, because I lose the feeling at some point in this lock. I did just get some rotation, so. Oh, the eyes don't help me, guys. The real Archibald Kenobi. All right. The hands are hurting. Let's go to something else. In and out, get my feng shui going, get my feng shui on. If we get this open, I will give away one more t-shirt. The pressure was too much on this lock. but we will go back to it at some point. I have put a good solid hour into picking that lock, and I've gotten nowhere. We got a five pin interactive key dimple lock, multi lock. These are mushroom pins. Yeah, they're mushrooms. If we get it open, we'll give away one of them sweet cheese grits and NyQuil shirts. So everybody throw a hashtag Archibald Kenobi up there, so that I can go through these comments later and pick one out for a winner, because I am going to get into this. And it's easy to find hashtag Archibald Kenobis. The real one. Yeah, buddy. There we go. Good to see you back. Those that are new, if you have not seen the Western Massacre cheese grits and NyQuil shirt, it is nice. I dare say so myself. I do not have one on tonight, but I do wear them in public. Well, Paul, cheese grits and NyQuil is picking this lock, so that's what it has to do with. I am cheese grits and NyQuil. This is Western Massacre Locksport. Does that answer? I think that answers. Swamp Pecker. Your GoalP you got open and then screwed up the gut? Or you screwed up one of these? Well, thanks for asking, Paul Wallace. But once we get into this, we're going to officially give away another t-shirt. So make sure you type hashtag. Yeah, I am definitely choking on my words. Hashtag Archibald Kenobi. If you would be interested in winning, I will announce the winner tomorrow in a post this time. I will just put a post up and not do a live feed. And I will tag the winner. The winner is going to be responsible to send me an email at westernmassacrelocksport@gmail.com to claim their prize. Polenta and melatonin spoon? Will you marry me? So funny. Come on, Mr. Locke. I feel you turning. I can feel it. Hash bag. Bag of hash. Yeah, I told myself I wasn't going to do the hashtag Archibald Kenobi again until I have like a program running so that I can do it like instantly. But I figure it's been a good live feed, a lot of good interaction. I might as well give away a t-shirt, even though I'm not set to do it. That's right, call the locksmith. Marco or Mako? And no, Usually those are wafer locks and they're not very difficult. Although some of them will be pen and tumblers, and I suppose if you wanted to spend the money, you could get a nice Medico on them and really chap the shit out of somebody's ass who's trying to pick into your tools. Matco. Come on. Open up. I know you want to. I know you want to see somebody get a t-shirt. Yeah, I mean, generally, toolboxes don't have gnarly locks on them, but oh, we are in a gnarly full set, ladies and gentlemen. There's your full set, which means this lock will open momentarily. And, you know, that usually means in the next 24 hours this lock will open. Yep, if they're trying to get you tools, they're not going to pick it. And they're just going to open the damn lock up the quick and easy way. Please do. We need more lock pickers. And like, there's nothing, especially like if you got a gnarly padlock, there is nothing better than that pop of the shackle. Granted, this isn't going to make that popping noise, but that shackle pop is so rewarding. Come on. You're right there. So just open up. I'll tell you what, Mr. Wallace, when you need a locksmith, there we go. She is open. When you need a locksmith, you need a locksmith. Like there's no substitute. When you need a locksmith, you need a locksmith. And at the point you need them, they got your ass. Like that's it. They've got you. Pay the fee. When your car gets locked out, your keys are like, yeah, they got you by the short hairs. So there's a t-shirt. So everybody get in your hashtag Archibald Kenobi entries, and I will draw one more t-shirt winner. I have in large, extra large, and double XL. Let's show the shirt off one more time. Beautiful cheese grits and NyQuil. And these are the t-shirts. That poor shirt has seen so much action in the last 36 hours. That's right. This channel is I would say it is all about Locksport, but it is not, because I do numerous different things. I tinker. I am a pyrotech, which I don't do a lot of that on camera anymore, and I took most of it down. That's not something I'm really comfortable with teaching people. I do a lot of lock picking. I do art, arts and crafts, a lot of DIY stuff, a lot of this, just hanging out, jibber jabbing, meeting cool people. The people that are on here, and the new people and the old, you're all fantastic. Fantastic! Even my trolls, when I get my trolls, I love them. Like, I don't really have a problem with people coming in and busting my chops. I only ask that you're respectful to other people. I am not a locksmith. I am a hobbyist lock picker. There's Labs. There you are. Welcome, Charles. I am not a locksmith, but I play one on YouTube. I am a lock sporter. Do not let anybody tell you I am a locksmith. There is a big difference between me and a locksmith. If I was a locksmith, I would starve to death. I've never picked a Lockley Smart Lock, but I'll tell you right now, I have a bunch of smart keys that I work on, and I can't pick any of them, any of the generations. Lock picking is a sport. It's actually gaining more and more momentum as it grows. Like, yeah, locksmiths, they open locks for money. So, and they make keys and they build locks and they install locks. Me, I try to get into them. It's like solving a puzzle. The Hellraiser's the Hellraiser puzzle in the form of that. Actually, this one here. This is made by one of our fellow lock sporters, and this lock is not friendly at all. The keyway's nasty. The pinning is nasty. I unfortunately start to struggle after about the blue belt lock level. If you're going according to lock picking rankings, I'm not one of those people that can blast through high level locks very quickly. There's very few people that can. There's a couple of them here in the chat they can. They can knock through them. Logic Wizard and G. Keeman and Spicy. They can blast through some high-end shit quickly. This I know for a fact because I've seen them do it. But they come here and they support me, and I cannot do it. And that's what's amazing about Locksport. You got the strong helping the weak, and you got the weak promoting it to the world. Yeah, and that is a thing. The fact that people help and mentor and coach you and send you stuff that frustrates the hell out of you, that's what it's all about. Wheezy Pillar, you do need to learn how to do this. Picking into your apartment, yeah, as long as it's your apartment, you would be surprised at how unsecure most people's door locks are in the United States, to be honest. The hardest lock I've picked, if you ask me what the hardest lock I've picked is, I'm going to say this one, and I'm still working on it. If you go according to my rankings in the Lock Pickers United website, it would be these guys here. And they are all formidable locks. I have gotten into them respectively in under a minute and a half each, but they also beat me up still, so it really depends on the day. there is the Lockpickers United does have a thing for speed picks where if that's something you are into and you want to see like what people can do to these locks, like there's people opening up locks that you should not be able to open up in under 40 seconds. Some of them are under 30 seconds. Like it's kind of crazy when you think about it. I do not, Zara. I do not use magnet. I'm sure there are people who do. I do not. I strictly do it the old-fashioned way. Run into walls until it's open. Yay! 500 subs. That means I get to do another one releasing this video. Cool. And releasing this giveaway. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody, so much. That's my milestone, and you guys are all here. You know what? I'm gonna give a second T-shirt away for that. So make sure you guys have your hashtag Archibald Kenobi comment because I'm gonna give a second T-shirt away tonight just to celebrate that. Thank you so much, everybody. Hashtag Archibald, Archibald, Kenobi to win some channel swag for sure. And thank you, everybody. You literally just made my night. Made my month, to be honest. Like, been a good night altogether, but just got better. There we go. We got one. Come on, everybody. Jump in. I would love to send one of you a T-shirt. There we go. And we have it open. I love this lock. If you buy one of these locks at the store, you should feel relatively confident in your lock. They're 15 bucks or whatever they are. They are solid brass. They are well made. They are not secure though. Do not be fooled. This lock opens quite easily. Watch me not be able to open it either. We will get her open though. That is for sure. Everybody was talking about raking and now I can't rake because I'm used to doing something else. There you go. These locks are not secure, although everybody buys them and slaps them on their shit they don't want stolen. Thank you, Grandpa Dave. Appreciate it. But that's what makes this hobby and this sport fun, is opening stuff you're not supposed to be able to open. This one, surprisingly, I do not endorse Master Lock at all, but this is a 141. Pretty sure I bought it at Home Depot. It gives me a harder time than this one does, and this is a easier rated lock. I love shimming locks open. Like, if you can find a lock that you can shim, like, that is absolutely an awesome way to get them open. I should get out the Reaper and find out if this lock is ticklish is what I should do. I don't know. Are these shielded or are these not shielded? I love shimming locks. Like you slide a shim down through this part of the lock and it. Yeah, I don't have any combs. I need to get some combs. I'm pretty sure most there we go. Pretty sure most masters are quite easily combable, just due to the spring situation in them. If you don't know what a comb is, it looks like a comb. It looks kind of like one of these, but with longer teeth on it. And you literally stick it in and lift all the pins up, and then turn the core. You lift everything past the shear line. The shear line is this little tangent point to where all the pins go. You push everything above it, and then the whole thing rotates. I don't own any of those. I probably should. At some point, I will get some. But yeah, I can't believe I hit 500. That is such a cool feeling. I want to say thank you to everybody. Keith Molbeck, how are you? Use 2 magnets. Do a circular lock. As in this kind of lock? Or as in the round ones where I don't own any of those. Or, ooh, we're going dark. Or one of these kind of round locks. Yeah, I own no round ones. All I own are these type as far as padlocks go. I do own what else do I have in here? I do own some other stuff in here that I haven't picked this lock either, but I need to soon. Yeah, I was going to show this earlier. This is what is known as a quick set smart key. You can change the key yourself, so you don't need a locksmith to do it. They are actually pretty tough to pick. I'll give them that. However, you can stick a screwdriver in here and just torque it open pretty easily. It doesn't take much torque. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna pick something. Remember, hashtag Archibald Kenobi if you want to get entered in a chance to win one of those killer t-shirts. I'm giving 2 away tonight. I have 6 that are going out from the Sunday night feed. And I got 2 going out from tonight's feed. Josh Bays, the answer to that is a locksmith. Most of the pins are made out of brass, Keith. You probably could in some cases, but most of these are brass. And you're just not going to get anywhere with that. The springs are brass. There are some that are steel. And actually, there's quite a few that are steel. So I mean, I can't speak for all, but most of them are made out of brass. Jamie B. Yeah, master lock can be quite easy to pick. They can also be quite frustrating too, because the amount of mush in the springs. John Jam, Jam John. Hello. A shielded lock means it has a metal shield protecting you from going down the core shear line. You can't stick things, you can't bypass the lock through this little opening here, is what that means. Well, I find lottos easy to open. I don't find them easy to pick, Chuck. If you can open them easily, I got two here. One of these I just got from Logic Wizard, and this lock is a complete asshole. I do need to get some of these picked here real soon. I would imagine you can, Spoon, but I would ask, I would ask Lockjaw Manufacturing before you try to submit that, because you're going to be unhappy if they say no. I did my Berserker challenge with one of these and this exact pick right here. I agree with you there, Charles. Your dog will keep you much more secure than any lock on the planet will. Although I just saw a picture of somebody's door that looked like a bank vault. Like they're like, wow, what an apartment lock. That is crazy. I think if you were using like a Jimmy Long's modular pick spoon, I think that would count as one tool. I think. Yeah, that's why I chose the half diamond, so I could zip them and then single pin if I needed to. If you're asking me for a brand, I'm going to tell you Jimmy Long's, but there are many other brands out there that are accessible and affordable and quality as well. This one here is Sparrows. I've got some from Covert Instruments. I have some from Multi-Pick. These are my multi-picks. Jimmy Long's. I've got the Covert Instrument. That's what we'll use a Reaper on this, since I'm using a Reaper turner. They are not expensive. They can be expensive if you keep buying them. If you break them and you got to keep buying them over and over. Pick tension is a thing. Like don't use too much pressure on your picks. It does look like you're muscling the shit out of these locks sometimes with the picks, like just really wrenching on them. But honestly, like if you got to work that hard at it, you're going at it wrong. You gotta ease up somewhere. I think those all-in-one lockpick tools are great little fidget tools. I think if you're referring to like the pocket knife style, the Swiss Army picks, I think they serve their purpose. They are not necessarily the best thing for a beginner to learn with because they are kind of cumbersome, but they do serve a purpose. And like our beloved Greyhound, who he's not in chat tonight, but he makes picks. He's got one. His picks are great. So yeah, you don't really want like a jackknife style for a long pick. Like it's going to be hell on your hand. But for playing around on the couch watching a movie, they're just fine. If you got it in your pocket and you need to open something while you're working, they're just fine. It's funny when you don't open a lock for a long time how difficult it can be to open them. Off and on, I've been picking for years, but I used to just rake locks open all the time. I just started single pin picking a couple months ago. Really getting into the sport side of this whole thing in the last few months. Yeah, everyday carry stuff like the little Heidi picks and all that. I mean, they're all cool. If you can use them, they're cool. It doesn't really matter what you use. And shit, I watch people pick locks with zip ties. I think Chuck Soup did one recently with a zip tie. That's why I like these picks. They are more comfortable on the hands. And this lock has no feeling in it at all, so it's pretty tough to really get a read in it. It isn't a hard pick once you open it once or twice, but it's been a while since I've opened it, so I forget the nuances of it. Bunky Dinkadoo. I think that's how you pronounce it. Buku Dinkadoo. Buku. I'm just going to call you Buku. That's easier for me. I'm sorry. Ask as many questions as you want. That's how you learn, and that's what makes being human wonderful, is the learning experience. Yeah, somebody did one with a zip tie recently, and like, kind of cool. Does it work on all locks? Of course not. Can you do it to all locks? Of course not. But when you can do it, you look pretty badass. That lock guy, like, if you haven't seen like his videos, like just the lock flourishes he does, absolutely love watching that guy's lock work. It was rock out, yeah. All right, this is not the tensioner that I am looking for. Now my tools are all over the place, like a disaster area in this work area. A pick gun on this particular lock would probably work quite well, to be honest with you, just because it is a relatively easily rakeable lock. And you're like, what the pick gun is doing is smashing the pins up and down like this, like looking for that one brief moment where everything goes boop, and the lock just opens. It's a legitimate way to get a lock open. I just saw a video recently where somebody made one of those out of a electric toothbrush. What language is that? Yeah, exactly like bumping, just without bumping. There could be cam locks. I got one sitting here, I think. Like this type of lock. I am unable to pick those varieties of locks at this point in time. I have them. I have the tools to pick them. I've just never successfully gotten into one. Come on, stupid master lock. And that lock's not going to open if that happens. All right. I think this is one I generally pick in hand. It's funny, this is an easy lock. Beaucoup dinky dow. I'm in love. Exactly. Gotcha. Very crazy in the head. I work with a lot of foreign people, and I love them very much. The Vietnamese ladies I work with call me Lo Deet number one, which in their language translates to number one asshole. I walk in, they say, Lo Deet town. Yeah, buddy. And then they give me delicious food. No, I am not an asshole. But the story is true. Lucky. He's right. There are people that could be in this lock in a matter of moments. I don't do that because I can't do that. And I don't pretend that I can do that. Yeah, the food is phenomenal. Banh mi sandwiches, my God. Get out of here. They do have competitive lock picking comps. Depending on the lock, like some of these I can get in real quick. This one is not that one. This really isn't that tough of a lock either. Sometimes I get into it relatively quickly, but it's more the shielding of the jacket makes it a pain in the ass to pick for me. The mechanism itself isn't very difficult. I'm pretty sure kimchi is Korean. I don't think kimchi is made in Vietnam, but they do have similar fermented cabbages and things like that. Not, don't think they call it kimchi though. Oh, the hands hurt. But they do make a hot sauce. Call it Lodite sauce because they make it for me. Where they take the bird's eye peppers, the crazy hot little red ding dongs, the little hot Thai chili things, fresh, and they grind it up with sugar and fish sauce. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that shit will knock your cock loose, without a doubt. It is unbelievably spicy, unbelievably delicious, and then your mouth smells like fish for like 4 days. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm not trying to necessarily rake it, zip it open, but there's your zip. There it is there. I'm trying not necessarily to do that. See, this is what I'm saying. The jacket on this is really what makes the lock the hardest thing to open. I don't have a key for it, so sometimes I have to rake them just to get the open, just for morale purposes. But yeah, this lock is not a difficult lock to open, and I'm just kind of tooling around with single pinning it versus raking it open for show. You single pick for show, you rake for dough. I guess that would be the way to go. I like to use this. This is one of my favorite picks in the world. I like to zip and then work my way down the pin stack. It works incredibly well in this type of lock, which you can't necessarily just zip open really easily because all the spools in there. But it will open one of these quite quickly, usually. Now watch this be a 2-hour adventure trying to zip this one. This lock itself opens quite easily anyways, but that's really what this pick does. So I do like doing that from time to time. It's something for like just satisfying about doing it. Getting the bench cleared off. We'll give a little work to this one. These are also not hard to pick, but the spring tension in them makes them hard to pick. I would avoid trying to pick a car lock all day long. I would rather just air wedge the door and go in that way. These locks in general, like these type of locks, are fun to pick, just in general. But then again, you run into the point in time where you can't get them picked open, and people on camera are like, You're a ding-dong. You can't open that lock. And then Archibald gets nervous, and it takes even longer. And speaking of Archibald, hashtag Archibald Kenobi, please. If you would like a chance to win one of my amazing t-shirts. Robert Cotran III, lockpicking lawyer, is incredibly good. He can pick anything with anything, and I say it many times, and I will say it again. I wish I had a fraction of that man's picking ability. Old cars, no. Buku. But Charles Schaefer is right. The newer cars, if you don't actually have the key fob, you're not getting it started. So don't even worry about it. Alfonso, what's up, my man? Welcome. Thank you for the encouragement. Sleepy Garnet. Sleepy. I'll take them all night long at that rate. Bernie Hayes. Hello from New Zealand, my man. Cool. Great to have you here. T, I hold whatever feels okay in my hand at the moment. I actually like to overhand my picks. But whatever feels the correct to me at the time that I'm using is what I use. And before anybody says it, no, I haven't tried left-handed. I am not southpaw. Those guys are evil. Them left-handed pickers. But holding the pick could cause some of my problems. I've picked a couple of European locks, and we pick locks the other way in the States. I'm not sure what the reason that, I mean, we install them differently in the States, so I'm not really sure what the reason for that is. I do find them much harder to pick traditional European crown down, kind of Bible down for the crown kind of way. Yeah, the left-handed pickers are gnarly. There's a few of them in here, I know that. Yeah, the American lock has a fatty, wide open keyway. Don't worry, we'll get into it, Alfonso. I am not lock picking lawyer, so it's not going to be quick. Yeah, Buku, get into it. There's lots of incredibly talented left-handed pickers. Lots. In fact, there's a whole subgroup of left-handed lock sporters that they won't let you in the club if you're right-handed. Who is that club, guys? lefties, the Elite. Got their own Discord. They got their own patch. They won't give you stickers unless you're lefty. If you end up with a sticker, you're supposed to give it back if you're righty. Congratulations, Spicy. What lock are you doing that on? Spicy knows who I'm talking about. Who's the elitist left-handed pickers? Southpaw Nation. There we go. Maybe I won't get into this lock. It's not a hard pick. I know I've picked this on camera numerous times. It is not a hard pick, but it is definitely spring tension in the core that will throw you for a loop. And then when it goes into false set, you're like, oh, well, hello, gorgeous. Yeah, they've got they got their own thing going on. All right. Come on. Come do daddy. BTC Peter, Brazil. Hello. I'll tell you what, I love having Southpaw in my corner when push comes to shove because no one ever sees that shit come. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vector. And yeah, I think you're right. Nola might be too. Yeah, logic, both ways. When the lock starts to bleed, Woody, you'll know why. There's basically a no-touch pin right in the front here. And I know I immediately overset it when I go in. Bolt cutters are beautiful. Except for I don't want to cut the shackles off these locks. There is a huge proportion of left-handed, not only left-handed, but highly talented left-handed pickers. Super glue. JB Weld. Is that JB Weld? No. You selling me a used turd there, Alfonso? No, it hasn't been used. Might be a turd, but it hasn't been used. Come on. I do like when I get into these Americans, though, because they are such a finicky lock. The touch in them is quite stupid. John Kaipat, how are you? please, I'm giving 2 t-shirts away on this live feed, everybody. In order to win one of these t-shirts, you have to have a comment that says hashtag Archibald Kenobi. And I'm surprised I haven't seen more of those Archibald Kenobi in there, but I'm going to bring it up again. If you want one of them sweet t-shirts, you gotta comment what you gotta comment. That is the shirt. So please, by all means, hashtag Archibald Kenobi. I'd love to see people win them. Oh, you missed it, Alfonso. I've opened 6 locks tonight, maybe 7. Some of these quite difficult locks. Yeah. I'm sure you could probably open it with a bobby pin, but I cannot, so that is fine. Not this one. No, this one actually is giving me a hard time. Adam Butler, thank you. Buku, thank you. Yeah, I used to carry a bunch of locks around with me. Again, like I used to rake locks constantly, so I'm not just looking for the open though anymore. I'm looking for more of a precision pick. Yeah, there's tons of locks you can't rake open. Like you're not going to rake open these per se, and you're not going to rake open this one. I mean, if you did, that would be a hell of a feat. You're definitely not raking open this one. Yeah, there's tons that you can't rake. You probably won't rake into this, but you could give it hell. Alfonso, I could be doing numerous things wrong in this lock, to be honest with you. And it really doesn't bother me. It is what it is. Michael Staub, hello. Lock Whisper, technically, this exact lock I've opened in under a minute. Tonight, I don't even know if I'm going to get into it, to be honest with you. I am definitely old, for sure. Well, look at that. Hmm. Yeah, this front pin gives me hell because it's literally a zero lift. Like literally a zero lift. As well as pin 3, 4, pin 4. It's all good. Like it's all good. Like whatever. Again, the trolls are the trolls. He had his chances. It's fine. I thought he was gonna play nice for a while there, but he didn't. Purple. I am a purple belt rank on LPU from opening these locks in particular. I did open this one for my green belt. Actually, was this the green belt one? No, this was my original blue whale. I opened this particular lock. My orange belt was actually this one, which it kind of a cheater lock to get orange with, but it is what it is. It worked. I was happy to get it open the first time. I'm happy every time I get it open. I think this was actually my green belt open, and then I've done a few videos with, I've been able to get like this one open in under 20 seconds. I don't know. This one here, they're not easy, just in general. So they're not hard, but they're not easy. And I keep hitting the thing. Yeah, I don't pretend that I'm a master lock opener either. I don't mind failing. That's how I learn. All right, well, we have hit the 2-hour mark, so I think I'm going to call it at that. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and hanging out. Those of you that subscribed, thank you so much. 20 locks per belt. If you can do that, then you pretty much have the entire series of locks figured out. The only thing I opened 20 locks per belt on was the Berserker Challenge. Which, if you haven't done Berserker Challenge, it's absolutely worth doing. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, everybody, thank you for coming out. Again, I wasn't sure how long I was going to stay on. I don't necessarily feel well tonight, but you guys made it quite an amazing night. So thank you so much. I will go through the comments and pick 2 of the Archibalds via a random number generator. Lock Whisper, if you're interested in maybe winning one of my t-shirts, throw a hashtag Archibald Kenobi on the screen so that when I go through the comments, I can pull your name out and put you in the drawing. Thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it. The voice is getting kind of hoarse, but thank you, everybody, for coming out. You have a great night. And yeah, buddy.